Hello and welcome to the Top Bin 90 show, a show that's all about soccer. We cover everything. We cover MLS, we cover European and international soccer. Today we swapped another Andrew for another Andrew and we got Kennedy back. Boys, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, man. Doing good. Always a pleasure to be here.
Nice. Yeah, man. A lot of really great games this week, man. I feel like the last week we've had like soccer galore, man. Like international games, then the Prem, La Liga, now freaking Champions League. Like it's like full on soccer right now, huh?
Yeah, I agree. A lot of soccer. I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of excited because today was a lot of Champions League games.
I know.
So it's been a good day.
It's always a good day when there's a Madrid L.
Bro, against Shakhtar. Again, that's like, it's not like it was like a, I'm not saying Shakhtar's a bad team or anything like that, but I mean, I wouldn't expect Shakhtar to go 3-0 up by halftime.
Yeah,
to say
man.
the least.
I was working and I was like, whoa, 3-0. Like, it's like you ever get those unexpected like surprises where you just get happy. Like that was that when I saw it, I was like 3-0. Thanks for making my day.
Yeah, I saw that too. When I saw the highlights too, it said 3-2. I was like, yeah, because I'm a Barca fan, so you always want the enemy to always like lose and stuff. So,
yeah. Any results that kind of shocked you guys that you were like, whoa, what's going on right now?
I mean, I feel like the Shakhtar one by far was like just Shakhtar beating Real Madrid 3-2. And it's not like Real Madrid didn't have like a halfway decent team out there. You know, like they were fielding like a good starting 11 with most of their starters in, I feel like.
Yeah, bro.
And then just Shakhtar just definitely like was good on the counterattack. They made use of their chances. I mean, they just executed it. And at the end of the day, like they executed it accordingly and they got a 3-2 result. Also, I mean,
you know, the Man U PSG one.
That's what I was about to say.
Really
too.
surprised me. Like, I mean, like, Ole's under fire right now. I feel like every time they want to fire him, his teams pull out dubs. And I didn't want to say I knew, but I felt like PSG was going to struggle this season because on deadline day, they signed Moise Kean from Everton, Danilo, and then they signed Rafinha. I'm like, none of those signings, like, scream like, oh, snap, like, yo, like, they feel more like squad depth, but, like, all of them aren't proven. Like, if you can't make it at Everton, like, why would you buy an Everton player that can't get a starting role at Everton? But that's just me.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And especially, like, you're going to a team that's supposed to be, like, in Champions League contention to make it at least to, like, a semifinal or a Champions League final just based off of, like, their financial structure. Like, they're one of the richest clubs in the world, like, by a landslide.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like you said, you sign players like Moise Kean, Rafinha, and company. Like, it's just, it doesn't add up. And I feel like at the end of the day, like, it just shows that not necessarily like money obviously isn't like everything. You like, hold on, I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to say this, but money won't get you results.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
It might win you the French league, but Champions League is a different monster, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. And just staying on that topic of PSG, like they look very vulnerable in the back, and I mean, like, Man United got outdone by Crystal Palace this season. Like, they barely beat Brighton, barely. And I'm like, okay, for them to put up a game like that against PSG, it doesn't really tell me a lot about Man United. It tells me more about PSG. Like, whoa, like, you guys are gonna struggle big time in the. Maybe you'll win the French league, but okay, like, what are you gonna do, like, in the tournament that everybody wants you to win? You know.
So I got a question for you. Do you think Thiago leaving PSG was a big hit for them, like defense wise?
I don't think so, man, because I feel like Thiago is near the end of his career, and he's still a good defender, but he's not a great defender anymore, in my opinion. Kind of like Luis Suarez is a good striker now, but he's just not a great striker anymore. So, like that first game I saw him against when he played with Chelsea, didn't really spark any confidence either because he gave up one of the goals that made Chelsea tie 3-3.
Yeah. Oh, my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. Like you were saying, like obviously like Thiago Silva going to like Chelsea, I feel like it's just like defending is like all he knows at this point.
Yeah.
So it's just like muscle memory essentially. It's not even about the quality. It's just like this is all he knows how to do at this point. Like, but also, you know, it is the first time like PSG haven't had Thiago Silva like in a minute. Like it's been. How long has Thiago Silva's been there for like at least 5?
Yeah.
Was it 8 seasons?
Yeah. Because I can't remember who they bought him off of. But it might have been AC Milan. Yeah. Because Barca wanted him at that time, but then, like, PSG offered him stupid money. Like, he was going to, like, PSG offered him more than what Iniesta was making at Barca at the time. And, like, I know you're Thiago Silva, but, like, you ain't getting paid more than Iniesta, bro.
Just think about it, bro. It's like Thiago Silva's really been there from, like, the financial takeover from the beginning.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty sad. Like, he's been there for 8 years, and all he can account for is, like,
a whole bunch of French
leagues.
Domestic
titles, like, nothing, like, really international. Didn't even get a Champions League semifinal medal. Like, because PSG went out in quarterfinals.
No, they made it to the final last. They lost to Bayern.
Oh yeah, so, I guess he did get a Champions League.
Yeah, but like no one's gonna remember.
It's what I'm saying. Nobody remembers the silver medal.
Yeah, like Tottenham got to a Champions League final, but they never won one, so it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that game was over from like the first like 2 minutes. Though.
They were
that penalty, all momentum gone.
Yeah,
Tottenham just shut down.
100%, man. Any other games that stick out to you guys?
Yes, the Liverpool versus no, not
Ajax.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. It was the Bayern Munich against Atletico Madrid.
Oh, bro. Yeah, they got
got murdered, bro. They got murdered.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was gonna be not an easy game, but I thought both teams were gonna give their all.
Yeah.
And I felt like in this game, Bayern Munich gave more than Atletico de Madrid.
Yeah. Atletico's really been surprising me recently because, like, I feel like they keep going down, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, a couple years ago, like, they've beat Bayern and made it past Bayern. Like, that tight defense kind of counterattack that Diego Simeone is known for, like, that's not happening anymore.
No,
like, I feel like...
It's not. But the other thing is, you got to think about Bayern Munich is like on top, dude. I feel like it's yes, yeah. So Bayern Munich has what a team, bro. Like I don't know, I really like the Bayern Munich.
Yeah, but like even them, like they've shown defensive fragility.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago they lost.
I agree.
Like they got scored 4-0 or something crazy in the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
which I'm like, dang, like ain't no defending across any European league right now. Everyone's trying to play that high line, but they're getting found out real quick.
Bro, like defense is like it's like second to none. It's non-existent right now. Like but it's just my fault. It's just I don't know, man. I feel like we were just saying like this is the strongest Bayern's been in a minute. I mean, if you think about it, like Kingsley Coman was absolutely chefing up today. Yeah, but he set up the goal, scored 2 himself.
The way he grabbed the ball for that first goal, bro. Oh my god. I was like, dang.
Kingsley Coman, ultimate cheat code in FIFA. Man's been a straight cheat code for like four seasons running. He's so fast, but like and how he also set up the goal. Like he was very determined. I mean, he slid in for the pass basically, and just set up. I'm trying to think who he set up.
He had a good game.
For sure.
Yeah.
He like I said, 2 goals and an assist. I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Like but
I was surprised. I was surprised because I thought Atletico Madrid was gonna attack more, man. Like, they had several plays where they could have made goals, but overall, Bayern. If you look at I believe Bayern had like a 60 or 70% of possession in the game. I would have thought maybe Atletico, and then they had more shots too. So I would have thought that Atletico would have tried, and overcome Bayern Munich, but they didn't. They failed.
I mean, but I feel like that's just a statement as to like this is how strong Bayern is right now. Like Bayern, like it's the first time that I've really watched like Bayern Munich for back-to-back seasons, like really like dismantle like teams. Top 5 like European teams in their their league.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You know what would be interesting to see Liverpool and Bayern Munich as a semifinal, man.
I mean, like I don't know because
I was thinking about that today.
We don't have Van Dijk, and so I'm like, okay, like they'll come at us hard.
But you guys still have an overall great team, man.
Yeah, we do. I'd like to see Thiago Alcantara against Bayern.
Yo, he's on the. I believe he already played 1 game with Liverpool.
Yeah, he's played several now. Yeah, like
he's done.
You can notice the difference and players looking for him now as well.
That no look pass, that was just like unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty disappointed that VAR disallowed that goal though in the
bro.
Merseyside derby. But that no look pass,
Come
just
on, bro.
that's something like just that quality is just like I feel like was what Liverpool was lacking, and not just the quality but the creativity.
It is.
There's nobody last season would have made that pass.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
a player that's like kind of going under the radar for Liverpool that I think is going to do good. Even I saw him today, and he was sparking it up a little bit. Is Diogo Jota? Like it was interesting because I read a report where like they talked about like so the scouting team when they look for players, like there's certain things that they're looking for, and one of the reasons they bought Diogo Jota is because he had similar in terms of numbers, skills, and how he moves on the pitch. It was very similar to when Mane was at Southampton. So I was like, dang, that's pretty like not to say he's the next Mane or anything, but like the way they recruit and the way they do things, I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like they're like, okay, like let's analyze this player and see, okay, like he's doing similar things that Mane was doing at Southampton, and they went ahead and pulled the trigger, which I thought was pretty cool.
and they got him for a decent fee too.
Yeah,
I
they
think,
did,
right?
man. And
I mean,
go ahead.
but it's also like, I don't know. In a way, I wish he would have stayed at Wolves because it's just like seeing Diogo Jota at Wolves was just so like nice. Like it's, and I felt like I don't know, just Wolves fit him so well.
Yeah.
Like he had like this like star role with their team, him, Jimenez, and a few others like the go-tos and stuff. But I am glad to like see him like go to a team that matches his quality though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like. Like, I'm not saying he was too nice for Wolverhampton, but, like, I definitely feel like Liverpool are going to fit his style of play more, and he has more targets and, like, a better team overall around him to kind of assist him.
That's what interested me about today, like, kind of seeing, okay, what our quote-unquote B squad in terms of attack, because he put Minamino out there, he put Diogo Jota, even Shaqiri was playing today, too. So it's like, okay, let's see how these guys interact. And you can still see that, like, okay, like there's quality, but the one that stuck out to me the most was Jota. Yeah.
I think for the future, I think he's going to be a great player.
Yeah.
I believe right now he's a rotating player.
Pretty much.
But eventually, I feel like Mane's already 28.
Yeah.
Firmino's 28 also.
Yeah.
So, you guys have a couple of years left. But I think Jota would be a great player later, and within
because he's 23, 24.
Yeah, I think he's a really good player.
But I'm really surprised at just all the Spanish teams this season. I know Barca won yesterday, but like they're still not convincing me, and so that kind of lets me know a lot about La Liga. Like La Liga is not like you've got Messi and a couple other peoples, but like the stars that they had in the past, like just lets me know like okay, like. What's going on with La Liga, And so, like, I know we got the Barca Real Madrid Classico coming Saturday, and I feel like this is one of the most unanticipated Classicos ever. You know what I'm saying?
I actually had to look up the date. like usually, like that's something that personally, I don't have to look up because it's already so spoken about. Like, that's obviously one of the most televised games in a calendar year.
Imagine the days, like, I'm thinking back to when they had a prime Benzema, prime Bale, Ronaldo, Modric, Toni Kroos right there. And then Barca had Messi, Neymar, Suarez, Xavi, Iniesta, like... And now you're like, okay, you got Messi and you've got, like, Ansu Fati, but then everybody else, I'm like, okay, like, they're decent players. And watching Madrid play now, I'm like, oh, my God. Like,
they
don't look good at all.
Terrible.
I feel like this is one of the, I don't want to say worst, but one of the least, like, exciting Clásicos of, like, that I can remember recently.
But it's also, like, I feel like this is, like, a depiction into, like, this is what, like, the future of El Clasico, I feel like, holds. You know what I mean? Because... Sure, you can make like a few like key signings, but like you said, like the squads that were going against each other were those same squads that were going to Champions League like semifinals like year after year, or at least making it to quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for both of these clubs is they haven't done a good job of transitioning players out. Yeah. Like how is Toni Kroos and Modric still your midfielders at Madrid? You know what I'm saying? Like both of them are past their prime. Like you see a couple of like good players in Madrid, like Benzema. Like I'm sorry, like going back to hitting that Benzema, like he's just not the same. To me, he was never an amazing striker, but like he's not even like a good striker anymore to me.
I don't know. I would definitely take washed up Benzi over prime Luka Jovic right now.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Like,
he didn't do nothing.
He just hasn't, like, ever since he left Frankfurt, it's just tanked. Like, he really has. And it sucks because, like, Eintracht Frankfurt made that loan move permanent just so they could basically sell him.
Yeah.
And it just sucked because, like,
smart business from them.
Oh, I mean, for sure. I mean, if they got rid of a one-season wonder, I guess, real quick.
Much.
So.
Can I say something? All right, so I was actually reading news about this. So supposedly what Madrid is planning of doing is they're, for example, this season,
they didn't buy anyone.
Yeah, they didn't buy anyone
in the summer transfer window.
Exactly. So from what they're saying is Mbappe has already told PSG supposedly that he is not going to renew his contract because he wants to pursue his career somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which means Mbappe is going to have a lot of bidders for him, and I'm pretty sure the first, he wants to go probably to Madrid because it's always been his dream to go to Madrid.
And he was a boyhood Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm assuming like he saw Ronaldo in his prime at Madrid, and
so I think Madrid is probably preparing everything.
Makes sense.
Yeah, to buy him. Maybe not. I'm not sure that they'll. What they said is that probably this season coming up during the transfers
window.
Yep, they'll be able to do that. But I feel like he's gonna end up at Real Madrid.
Yeah,
and there's also been interest from Camavinga, from Rennes, and he's good.
How old is he?
He's 17, man.
Nobody's
17.
touching him at his age. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's
Ansu Fati?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, but you got to. Ansu Fati plays
Gio
a
Reyna?
totally different position.
Okay.
Camavinga is a holding midfielder, bro.
You're
like,
right. You're right. I didn't think about
like
that.
Camavinga, but I mean, made a full debut at France, kind of like how Ansu Fati did with Spain.
Yeah.
At 17, I think. But I mean, in terms of like French talent, like he's probably the biggest French talent that I've seen in a minute. Yeah, like kind of like how like Ansu Fati without a no-brainer. He's the best talent Spain have had in years.
Yeah, so that's just something that I think La Liga should be a little bit worried about. Like, okay, if El Clasico is not exciting to people anymore, what does that have to say about La Liga in general, right? Because Barca and Madrid hold you. You know what I'm saying? And then you've got Atletico, who does well sometimes, and they've done a great job of putting themselves up there. I feel like they're kind of on the slope down now, but I'm like, okay, like these clubs, they need to do a better job in management, and they need to do a better job in bringing in that top talent again to make the league interesting. Like, I think if somehow they got Messi to stay again, and maybe Barca went for somebody like, I don't know, like Joao Felix, like I feel like he would be amazing at Barca. And then if Madrid get Mbappe and they add another world-class player, I don't know, like maybe they try to bring in Mane too or Salah. Like, I wouldn't want him to leave Liverpool. But I'm just saying from that perspective, like, okay, like this becomes more interesting now than I feel like the Classico that we're going to watch this weekend, especially how poor these teams look. Like Barca and Madrid aren't even at the top of the league, and they both lost 1-0 this weekend. Shout out to Choco Lozano, the Honduran striker who scored.
No, but I feel like it came down when Ronaldo left. I feel like that was because there's always been that rivalry with Messi and Ronaldo in the Liga. So now I feel like a lot of people don't watch Madrid or don't. A lot of people just went for all Madrid. Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody had the blonde streaks in the hair.
Yeah, all of them went for Madrid. So I think when Ronaldo left, I feel like that Madrid still hasn't been able to fill that hole in. And so I feel like maybe if they bring like I said, Mbappe, maybe it'll get back to interesting. Yeah. And if Barcelona is, like you said, able to buy another superstar, but like a big young superstar, then maybe it might get interesting again. But I don't know. With time we'll be able to see if it does. But I agree with you. I think in some degree, like the Classico isn't the same as it used to be with a couple years back.
I mean, seeing Mbappe go to Real Madrid, I mean, because you have to think about it. Like, they're really the only club that can probably afford his wages and his fee. So it's kind of like, there's obviously more expensive clubs in the world, but I mean, the only other competitors I feel like on paper would be Man City.
Yeah.
But he's not going to Man City probably.
Yeah.
You know, they could swoop in and do some sort of shock deal, but I don't think that would happen personally because he's
he would be more prone to go to Liverpool if he's going to the Prem.
I mean, and I definitely feel like the Real Madrid would fit him more personally.
Yeah, I feel like it's all in place for him to go there. He was a Ronaldo fan.
Like I didn't even know about the whole like they were doing like the kind of like the funding and stuff like that. They kind of hold back from spending.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Transfer wages.
I think that might happen. I mean, I honestly, my personal opinion, I think that might happen.
I mean, it's a story. You know, he's gonna get mentored by Benzema. And he's just gonna become like amazing.
Dang, okay.
More amazing than he already is, but.
I mean, he's already getting mentored by Giroud. Nice, man. Awesome. Let's move a little bit into the Prem then. I know this weekend there's an interesting game. You've got Chelsea versus Man United with two coaches under pressure. I mean, Frank Lamps has been getting it hard recently because he's got a quality squad. And, like, every time, like, I don't feel like I've seen a Chelsea game this season where you're like, okay, like, they're about to have an easy dub. Like, it's always been harder. They've been down 3-0 or it's 3-1. And, like, okay, another team's coming back. Like, Southampton came back on them 3-3.
No, West Ham.
No, it's Southampton.
No, it was Southampton. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you blew a 3-0 lead.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, that pressure is pretty high right now because Frank wasn't doing that last season.
Yeah.
Frank, if he had a 3-0 lead, he was holding that 3-0 lead. And he was doing that without the major signings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the major signings that he made, you know, all of them have been, like, out of league players, you know, with Havertz and Werner. And I mean, Werner did his thing, you know, scored 2 goals on the weekend, you know, scored that absolute, like, wonder goal. But, I mean, and I feel like Lampard at this point, because he can't hold a lead, like, I feel like that pressure just makes it that much more, like, scrutinized because it's not that you're not, like, even getting a lead. It's like you can't even hold a lead.
That's the problem, yeah.
And that's...
Who's under more pressure, Ollie or Frank right now?
Lampard. I think Lampard is more... Because right now, what you said, Man U beat PSG 2-1. So it's funny how because you know how you said that it's funny when he's always on fire and then, like, he always ends up winning the game. I mean, he won the game, you know? So he has 3 points right now in the Champions League. Now he just needs to focus more on the...
Ollie, right?
Yes. Correct, for Manchester United. So I think Frank is more right now, you know, because I feel like Frank, he has a good team, but the problem with Chelsea is the defense, man. Terrible defense. Yeah. If you saw that game, when they tied 3-3, the team was playing good. It was just the defense that's the problem. If Lampard can get that defense back on, I think it'll be a good team. But, you know, I think the defense on that part is... Chelsea's defense is just terrible. Right now.
And I feel like that's what is being questioned the most in terms of Frank Lampard. Okay, like, this is where you show us why you're a good coach. Because you're having these defensive issues. Okay, what are you doing to fix them, right? Like, I think Mendy's a good goalkeeper. I don't think he's amazing. He's better than Kepa, but...
I mean, anything from out the 18, Kepa's not saving. Like, it's just... And it stinks because last season, like, he
had a decent season,
He was doing decent. But, like, I don't know what happened. Like,
bro,
like, he just...
Ever since he decided not to... Remember that game where, like...
where he wouldn't get subbed out? Like, he was just like, I'm not leaving. Like...
Dang, bro.
Sadly was mad.
Yeah.
Sorry was just yelling. He said no. Like, that was the most disrespectful thing I've think...
Dang.
Like,
sorry, probably cursed him afterwards.
like refusing to, like, get subbed off.
Straight savage.
Like, no, I'm not leaving. Like,
I think the one thing I could agree on in terms of that game is whoever loses is under pressure again. If Chelsea win, Ollie's under pressure again. If Chelsea loses, Lamps is under heavy pressure. Like, it's kind of like both of those teams, both of those coaches need this win. Because, I mean, both of them haven't proven themselves as great coaches yet. I think Lampard did a great job last season of proving, okay, he can do something good with young players. And, like, no one at the beginning was expecting them to make top 4. But now that you have the quality is what I'm asking. Okay, like, now we're truly testing. Can you go up and raise your level to be a champion with Chelsea or goes deep in a Champions League or something like that.
No, I mean, I understand that. I definitely feel like Ollie's under more pressure though, like because Ollie, like he wasn't getting results at the end at all last season either, and
Well, they had that bounce near the end, and they made it to top.
Yeah.
They made it third.
I mean, Man United.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Ollie, even Roy Keane was just saying like he's not suitable for the position.
Yeah.
Like even from like the jump, like bringing in Ollie because he had successful runs as interim manager. You know, I could understand why they did it because, you know, it seemed like the chemistry was really clicking. You know, Manchester United was playing a lot more free than they did in the past. And, you know, he definitely stepped up and played a big role in them kind of catching on form whenever he initially first started.
Yeah.
But I think that now, like, he's under so much pressure right now, and he hasn't been getting results for so long.
Yeah.
Lampard, it's only been this season.
Yeah.
You come into this, you know, taking into account last season.
But you also have to have an account that like they bought a lot of good players this season. Like Chelsea has a squad, man. Like if it's like what you're saying. They just need a good coach. Yeah. You got Kai Havertz, I believe he came from Leverkusen. From Werner, right?
Leipzig,
yep.
Yeah.
So you got, and then I believe they bought from Ziyech. Yes, from Ajax. So you got a lot of good players coming in, you know, international. And you're right. Maybe sometimes it is hard because you sometimes you prefer domestic players because they know the league. But I still think that I mean they have a good squad, man. Yeah.
I think that Chelsea's quicker to pull the trigger than Man United, though.
I agree.
So I think if they can let
Mourinho
Mourinho go
is
after,
an animal, dude. Like,
so he doesn't care who you are. I mean, if you fire your most successful coach in Mourinho, when they finish 10th, if Chelsea is in 10th midway through the season, like you better believe that like Homeboy's probably gonna pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I heard United were looking at Pochettino.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, like.
Do you think he would do? He could push that Man United to like a top
I feel
team.
like coaching Man United is so
difficult.
So difficult because it's like
the ghost
Mourinho,
of Alex Ferguson is always on you.
And then Mourinho came and he kind of had it with United. He was just like, I don't really want to do this anymore, kind of deal. And I mean, and again, like you were saying, like just that those footsteps that Sir Alex left is just like it's you can't beat that. Like it's he delivered how many, like 8 titles for them?
Yeah, I think it was 12.
Maybe,
yeah.
12.
Two Champions
Leagues, like you name it, he won it.
Yeah,
and he won it all 3 of them in one season at one point.
Yeah, they did a treble in '99.
Yeah, I know, the GOAT Peter Schmeichel, but it's but it's just crazy. Like and I think that it also, like you were saying, Abramovich, he does tend to pull the trigger way faster than the Man United board appears to. But it's just, I feel like Ollie I don't know. I feel like the fans are kind of over him already.
I feel like that fan base is split 50-50.
No, I agree too. I still think Lampard would probably be on fire because like I just think that right now Chelsea has a better squad. So when you get, and it's like what I'm saying, when you get good players coming in and you don't you don't get the results, 9 out of 10 you're gonna get fired. It's just how it is.
Especially
with Ole, I'm kind of surprised that they've been very patient with him, man.
Yeah,
because he's been
they understood like last season they couldn't buy any players, and he had to work with young players. So it was really refreshing to see him do something well with young players and make top 4. But okay, like he even said that he didn't come here to coach the academy; he came to win titles.
Yeah.
So okay, like prove it.
And then this season, I believe he was kind of mad at the board because they didn't get anybody really good in. I mean, they got Cavani, but he's already.
Oh, you're talking about Man United?
Yeah, Man United. So he's already passed. I feel like Cavani. I mean, he still has. Yeah. He still has a little bit left, but I feel like he's already past his prime.
Actually, that's a good point. Ali probably has a little bit more credit in the thing too, because like. Okay, they didn't really bring anybody. Like nobody was thinking Van de Beek.
Jaden, for example, Jaden Sancho was supposed to come in. Like they were trying.
Then they went for Dembele, and then at the end they got Cavani.
Pulled out like Dembele straight up was like, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Man, I'm good.
It's not gonna be for
cool.
me.
Let's do some score predictions then. Man U Chelsea. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Manchester United.
Okay. I'm gonna go 3-1 to Chelsea.
Okay.
I feel like they're gonna pull a win because I just have a feeling.
Oh, I think that like Werner's finally found his feet.
Yeah.
You know, you don't score that good of a goal,
Bro.
like just by like chance.
Even when he wasn't scoring, the way he was moving on the pitch, I'm like, okay, like this guy knows exactly what he's doing,
Your
bro.
team should have got him, man. I don't know why.
I don't know, like
I don't know why Liverpool.
they didn't have money, bro.
Firmino needs to start getting on the goal sheet too now.
I know he's under pressure
it's,
too. How about in La Liga, Barca and Madrid? What's the score prediction?
I'm gonna go 2-0 Barca.
Yes, sir. 2-0-2.
I'm gonna go.
Or 3-1. I'll go with 3-1.
Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling a 3-1 by
3-1,
Barca.
Yeah, I think Barca right now is a better team.
It is
overall than
they're a better team, but
Madrid.
like
even though we have defense, you know, we have issues in the back. I still think overall Barca's still
Madrid. I feel like has issues everywhere though.
Yeah.
Older midfield.
Yeah, overall.
Older midfield.
Yeah.
Up top,
Yeah.
they don't look that good. In the defense,
overall,
they don't have Ramos. Courtois is looking great. Outside of that,
Facts. Like
Yeah.
the goalkeeping position is the only way place are looking halfway decent in.
Yeah.
And in that goalkeeping position, there's only Courtois.
yeah,
Like the depth behind that position also I feel like lacks. And again, like they just have no depth. They haven't really made any major adjustments to their squad. And so they're kind of they're not like, I guess as you could say, like getting with the times.
yeah.
Like they're just kind of like basking in like the glory days and, you know, maintaining these same players. I feel like they're trying to recreate those same moments, but it's kind of impossible just kind of due to the age factor.
True. Well, awesome. This concludes the Top Bin 90 show, boys. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Woo.